Hello there, and welcome back to my Minecraft Playtime series where we are standing in the sheep farm that we just finished in the last episode. And in between the episodes, I went ahead and I switched it up so we've got all of our different colors of wool in each one, and it's all color coded and looking pretty solid. I'm probably not going to bother with decorating anything for a while because I've kind of got other plans for this episode. And those plans are going to bring us all the way over here. That's right, we're going to be expanding our village today and creating an actual village because up till this point it's really just been basically a single building. But we're not going to be doing anything crazy. We're actually going to be doing a lot of little things. We're going to be making some farmhouses out here. But before I get too crazy telling you everything that I have planned, there's two farms that we need to make before we can get started. And those are a mud farm and a bee farm. Now, of course, we've already got this bee farm in here, but this is not going to be even remotely good enough, so we're gonna have to work on this a little bit. And the mud farm should be pretty simple. Mud farms are not terribly difficult to build, but we got to get those done because we're going to be using a lot of mud. Not so much of the honey, but we're going to be using enough that I don't want to just keep going back and forth over here and filling up bottles with honey, and well, it'll be useful for us later on. So we're just going to go ahead and get that done. And the first thing we've got to do is we've got to breed these bees up a little bit. I'm going to need even more than I've got right here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a few poppies from our iron farm, come in here and set down our beehives. Good enough. And then just start breeding. I think that's good enough. And it looks like we've got some extra bees, so I made up a couple extra beehives that hopefully they can find their way into. Alright, one more. Come on, buddy. Do you need one more? Maybe? Is he going? There we go. Alright, so I think we're good. Now I can't remember, can I destroy these at night while they're all sleeping? Alright, good. I know you can put a campfire underneath and everything works out fine. Grab a shulker box or two. Probably two just in case. Then we'll just plop those down and throw all of our beehives into it. And I suppose we might as well start out with tearing down our old makeshift setup. This glass is so tedious it makes me want to just blow it up with TNT, but I don't think we're quite far enough in the game yet that I don't mind just wasting all of this glass. It's still a little bit tedious to go out and mine, so I suppose I'll take the extra time. Trim this down to make it a flat surface, and it's actually nice because I'm going to need all this dirt for later, you know, because we're making a mud farm. We've got our space, so now let's make our farms. Alright, well, I got this done, but it seems I made a slight miscalculation insofar as I had a couple bees in there that were still babies at the time. And I guess babies can slip through this little gap at the top. I can probably just wait until it's nighttime and then I can open these up and let them fly in. So I think it'll work out fine, but it's a minor issue. But either way, I think it's working. So now I just gotta run down the line like this. A lot of the hives I put in there already had honey in them, so they need to get manually activated. Yeah, there we go. Now it should be running properly. Minus, you know, our little guy running around there. I've got almost all of them set to shears for now. Once I've got all of the honeycomb that I need, I'll also swap it out for bottles. But for our project today, we're gonna need honeycomb, so I'm gonna leave it running on that for just a little while. It's nighttime and all the bees are going to sleep, so let's wait just a little bit longer until these bees are all heading back into their hives. Hopefully this works. You can just let him in there. Oh, he's trying to come in over here. Fine. Where'd he go? There he is. He's back behind here. Let's see if we can... Alright, come on. Time to go to your forever home, and it's gone. There we go. Nope. There we go. Alright, success. The Endermen are really doing a wonder on my place. It's starting to get really, really bad in here. I've just got random grass blocks everywhere, and I've even cleared out a whole bunch of them, but they just keep coming back. And yeah, look, look at all the holes just throughout everywhere. I'm gonna have to figure out something to do with that. Maybe it'll have to be like a mod or something, but yeah, this isn't gonna fly. But anyway, let's get on to the next one. And there you have it, our farms are done. The mud farm was super easy to make, but it's also plenty effective. Just throw the blocks on there and we get our mud coming in, so that's working good. And I even AFK'd at our bee farm overnight. There's some small issues with it not always going right into the hoppers down below, but we're doing pretty good on it. I actually just emptied it, so this is what we actually have. So now I can just use this farm for a while, get myself some mud, and then we'll be good to go to start on our project. And I'm actually kind of running low on shulker boxes at the moment, so let's do a little bit of cleanup, because I've done a whole bunch of projects and I haven't been clearing up all of the shulker boxes. Like, this is from my deep dark raid, this is from remodeling the front of the building, so let's just do some cleanup. Well, now we've got a bunch of junk, and I'm gonna have to sort through it all. Most of them aren't completely full, but pretty much all of them have at least some kind of junk in it, and yeah, this one's nice. I like this one, but not the rest of you. Well, that took a long time, but with that finally out of the way, I think we can get started. At some point, these two decided to take residence in that boat. Not sure what I'm gonna do with them, but I'll probably think of something eventually. And we're gonna be working over here, and I wanna do some more rural type of stuff. I wanna make some farms, some little farmhouses, a few paths, just, you know, little things to kind of give life to this area. I don't have too many really concrete ideas of exactly what I'm gonna do around here. I don't know if I'm gonna incorporate this big chasm into it or if I'm just gonna cover it up. I'm probably not gonna decide on that today, and I don't know exactly how far everything will go. I don't think it'll go all the way down here to the ocean, but you know, just kind of this general area, and I'm sure we won't get all of this done today. But I want to get a start on it, so let's just get at it. really can't even put into words how happy I am with all this. I mean, look at my tangerine trees. They're made with little candles intermixed with like the spruce fence and mangrove leaves, and I think they look so cool. I've never seen anybody do something exactly like this. I mean, I'm sure somebody has at some point, but I think they look so cool, especially from far away. Look, you can just see the little oranges in there. I don't know. Maybe it's not as cool as I think it is, but I'm just so happy with it. Now the pass, it's not textured. I only have the packed mud in here. Don't worry, that'll all get fixed eventually. And same with the walls. I'm gonna be doing some big like cobbled fences around this whole area. So it'll probably be too tall and it'll be a lot better than this. I'll get to that soon. And then we get to our little farmhouses, and I'm also really happy with how these turned out as well. I wanted to make a thatched roof for these. The problem is that hay, which is the closest thing we have to thatch, is just not a good look when it's there by itself. It's okay in little bits. Like I have, if you look in there, like there's some, oh actually I covered up, funnily enough, I happened to cover up all of those, but there, we've got some up here. And I think it looks fine like that, but what really sells it for me is the little bits of wheat sticking up here. I basically, you can kind of see it from here, but I basically just tilled a little bit of farmland right up here and stuck some wheat on it and bone mealed it, and I think it looks really good. I have a little bit of grass in there to give it a little bit of contrast as well. We've got the campfires to help us get into the houses, which do not have interiors at all. I'll get there eventually. And I just absolutely love how they look. They're all based off of traditional houses that you might find in Jeju, which is why I have the tangerine trees as well, because you'll see those everywhere here. And I even found a really cool way to implement a little bit of an ondor, like a heated floor, because that's how houses would have been heated traditionally in Korea, with the heated floors. So I mean, obviously there's nothing else under here, but it's just to make it look cool. We've got a little fire there, and I'll probably put furnaces and stoves and stuff like that on this side just to give it a tiny bit of realism. And I think I did a pretty good job of making the houses all look just a little bit different. Like this one's kind of long and thin, and then we've got this one that's a little bit smaller, a little bit more squat, and then this one I did the roof just a little bit different. So looks a little bit nicer. You can kind of see the thatch up there with the fence gates around there, and I think it looks really good. I added some fences, or not fences but walls, around the corners of them just to give the square shape. Eventually little areas like this will be other little farms or fields, I guess I should say. Probably more like a garden on this scale, and I'll probably do some more tangerines throughout here. And, you know, it's just going to be expansive and a little bit repetitive, but I think it's going to look really cool because that's kind of what I'm looking for in this area. And like I said, these will probably be too high. So as you're walking through here, you're mostly going to be kind of narrowed in on what is here, like the tangerines, the houses. It'll kind of feel like its own little world because I want it to feel pretty distinct from this area over here, which is, it's got our library, and eventually we'll have some other more, I don't know what I want to say, like rich people buildings, I guess. Upscale, big old fancy kind of thing. And getting this in there is just starting to make me think so much. I mean, I'm thinking maybe we can have like a little bit of a market here over here, or maybe we can do something kind of over in this corner because I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I don't know. I've got a whole sorts of time to figure out what exactly I'm going to do, so I'm not too worried about it right now, but I'm just really, really happy with how it turned out, especially the trees. And I just love this view with the sunset and then our tree in the distance. You can see the mountain up there and the roof of the library. I don't know. I just really like this, and it'll look even better once this is all textured and the walls are finished. But unfortunately, I think that's where I'm going to have to call it for this episode. I really wanted to get more done, get the walls and the pathways just a little bit more concrete in here and start to make it a little more finalized, but we're just going to have to do that next episode. I'm trying really, really hard to stick to this one episode per week deal, and I think it's good for me. It keeps me focused, keeps me from getting lazy for 1 week and not doing it, and then just getting a little bit more lazy the next week, and then just eventually not even posting any videos at all. But unfortunately, it means that on weeks like this where I've got other stuff going on and I don't have quite so much time to commit to playing Minecraft, I'm not going to be getting quite as much done, but I think that's okay. I'm really, really happy with everything we got done here. I just love our tangerines, and I love the little houses over here. And once we start getting decorations, you know, pots and some variations in the pathway, just little details here and there, it's gonna start to come to life so much more than it is now. We'll get interiors in here, and it's just gonna look really, really cool. I'm so excited. But anyway, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Fantastic timing. Bye.